It's a casual called podcast, you know how it is. Voosh has just DM'd me saying there's an invalid Steam user ID thing. What a great start. Exactly, today's been completely fucked. This is why we shouldn't get Ruby to plan things, you know? It's the last thing I'm gonna do. I don't know, they're just offline. They're just offline. Guess I'm not showing up this episode. So true. As Voosh said, it's probably a blessing in disguise. See, I want to discuss Doomsday. I think Doomsday is a nice looking map. It is a good map. Are you the Miiverse guy that enjoys water? Do you think the water in this map is wet, warm, or cold? I get a very warm vibe from this, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why that like popped in my head. What the fuck is a banana here? It's crazy. I'm looking at it right now. It's the banana peel right there. What the hell? Windows exclusive? No, I'm not. I'm not trolling you. There is a banana right here. We just joined the game, nice. What the fuck? That's crazy. Is it your config or something? That's fucking crazy. Hey, Voosh is here. Finally, the podcast can begin. Yeah, Ruby's not in this episode, so we'll just wing it. That's what you get for being AFK for like 12 hours on Steam. I'm just infatuated by this like banana peel right now.
Admiring the remnants of Poopy Joe.
Yes, I believe I am at the flag. Look, do you see the banana here, Voosh? I need a second opinion on this.
Where?
Under there,
yes, there's
the
a banana
right there. Yeah, I know, right? No, I literally, when this podcast goes like live, you will see the banana peel. I guarantee it.
Very enticing banana peel right here.
Yeah. So Voosh, I wanted you on the podcast for ages, you know? Because you do so much stuff and there's so much to talk about. So tell the people who you are and what you do.
Okay. I'm Voosh. I guess I'm a casual chord regular now.
Hell
Whether
yeah.
that's supposed to be enticing or shameful, I don't know yet. But, you know, we're still getting there. It's been 2 years. I have some competitive history. Regrettably.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, we make do. Recently, the only thing that's been keeping me alive in this game is this, is weekly pubs on a community server. A Highlander team I manage with old friends, and making war paints. That's been about it.
Hell yeah. Do so much stuff. Do you feel like you need more recognition, or do you feel you have enough?
I feel like pride is a sin. I will, if I'm given more recognition, then that's blessed, but otherwise I totally get it. And also some people don't like me, which is totally fair. There are reasons for that, reasons I might not be able to say live on camera, but, you know.
It's okay, DM me the reasons.
Well,
Just me though, I don't want Gunkick to know. It's
That's
a
fair.
secret between us. Let's talk about your competitive history, like, so how long have you been in competitive for?
I technically started in 2016.
So it's
Are you
like,
familiar with good Lord Pliskin? Are you familiar with Pliskin? You know
I
that
am
he's-
familiar with Pliskin, yes.
Yes,
Every cat you call him
the
is Pliskin.
harbinger of beer and alcohol on Saturday nights, yes. Pliskin made a team a long time ago called Pliskin's Proper Poppers, which was a Steel UGC team. And I was a sub on that team the whole season. I played half the matches because our other soldier was he was in college. His name was Zero E.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's really cool. He's like he's a teacher now. He teaches
Does he
kids and he
teach
loves
TF2?
beer. He used to. He actually was trying to get TF2 to be like his school esport thing. You know how like schools would have like
That's
Overwatch
awesome.
and
oh my god.
yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I subbed for Pliskin's team for 2 seasons. We lost to a team called D&D's Nuts in Steel Playoffs. We somehow managed to make the playoffs.
That's
And
awesome.
so on that team, there on D&D's Nuts, there's actually 2 people I also knew to meet. They later would play engineer for Pliskin's teams, and we would get a spy named Kami, who you might have seen before. So pretty much like a bunch of players from all these steel teams. We made like a giant cesspool of like sin and wasted time, and that turned into the final Mr. New team, which was called Team 26. This was around 2017.
Oh,
This
okay,
is
yeah.
the highest I ever got with these guys in silver. We made silver playoffs, and we kind of upset the like. So I'm sure you're pretty familiar that like a majority of like the people that play TF2 like at the top are in a
Yeah.
cabal. Like there's the invite
Yeah.
cabal, there's the workshop cabal, there's the Uncle
Yeah.
Dane cabal.
All of these
You know,
like
like,
cults, yeah.
Endless, yeah, it's endless. And pretty much we upset one of the like top cabals that was like so there was like a bunch of people that weren't expecting Mr. News team to win this one map, and we managed to win.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
that upset a bunch of people. So like I wasn't able to join a few teams because of that. But
Oh my God,
around
you
this time is also when
blacklisted?
yeah, pretty much for like a while until those people quit the game.
Oh my god.
After that, I started my sixes endeavors. I took so the thing you have to consider with Highlander players. I know it's like a meme because you guys might not have played it, but in America, Highlander is really bad. It's kind of I know the EU scene and the Australian scene is dying. There's only like one league, like there's no divs. That's why there's so many Brazilians
I
in.
think Gunkick plays Highlander, so you can vouch for that, right?
He has played it. I know that. Where you
Are
belong.
you on a team? Well, you're on a team, right? okay, alright.
Well,
Vouch yourself.
it's you know, I'm not surprised he played open. It seems like his you know.
No surprise, you suck at the game. Ha!
That's what I'm talking about.
Phone. I guess if I don't know if you guys want me to make it brief. I have a lot. The history is quite long. It's quite long.
I'm
Long
hoping to make
endeavor.
this like episode an hour.
Oh,
So you
okay,
won't go
shoot.
over it again. Yeah,
Lovely,
right.
lovely. Okay, so sixes, right? I played on a team called Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen with Mr. New. So that's the SpongeBob joke. But I played on a few people from there. You might know Stranded.
Oh yes.
You know that guy? He runs
Yeah.
the channel now, lovely fellow. He likes taking photos of ducks, grass, and he likes finding rivers. That's what he did at LAN, actually. He just went AFK. We're like, where's Black? Because his name back then used to be Black. We're like, where's Black? He's like, guys, I'm going to find the river. And he just spent an hour at LAN. We were waiting for him at a river. He came back to record matches. But anyway, so I played on a team with Ultra, you know, Black, Mr. New. There's a guy named Meech who was always high. He would never not be smoking a blunt. And then you had me and Zero on Soldier. It was
That sounds
pretty
like the
fun team.
perfect
We did.
team.
It was fun for Steel. It was fun. But you know, eventually, with teams if you keep playing with the same people, you realize some of these people are actually holding you back. And if you actually want to get further in TF2, you have to drop them like the open shackles they are.
This is a good way
So
of putting
I
it.
took the best from the worst, I took Ultra and Black, and I made a Silver team. And then that was probably the funnest season I ever played. I played with my first TF2 friend Wachowski, and I got these two other Pug Lords named Sibby and Red. If you actually go on TF Center right now, TF2 Center, you'll see a guy named like DeWanda or DePriest, or maybe he's still using Red, I don't know, but he has like 20,000 lobbies, and he has like 24,000 hours in TF2. He's not good. He's not good at the game. He's about like silver main level, but he just happens to have like almost as many hours.
All
as
that
Danny.
effort for nothing.
Well, no, he's having fun, so that's, you know, if that's like
true,
your
that's true.
if that's your passion, man, that's fine. If not getting good is your passion too, you know. But after we lost to, I still consider it like that team inspired Pride Month. Like that was literally the gayest team I've ever played against in my life. With the first place team, they actually had a top invite medic playing demo for them. And then the little bit of drama that happened in that team is I got my best friend medic to quit. Buko quit because I made a drop-a-thon of him. I can send you it later.
Oh my god.
I mean, basically, I took the whole season, I took every time he dropped, and I set it to Toto's Africa. And he got so mad at me, he's like, I'm quitting the team, I hate you. Still talk to that guy every now and then, but he got trolled and he got butthurt because he dropped during the one match that mattered. Let's see. So after
encouraging your medic to not drop.
yeah, you gotta,
Probably
you know,
not,
you have
probably
to.
not. Probably not for him because he did drop and then he did leave.
I like to think of it as like the James Cameron way of management. You know, you gotta get something done, right?
It's true.
Anyway, after that, let me see, what did we do? I think that's when RGL, no, that's when I kind of dipped from RGL and I started to actually play ESEA. I should have played it sooner, but I looked for my first ESEA team. It was this team called, I don't even remember what it was called initially, but I convinced everyone that we should change the name to Chef Boyard Esports, because, you know, Boyard E and then ends in E, Esports.
Yeah. Oh,
I met,
Ruby.
yeah, great, Ruby's here. Ew. Ew, look at the, alright, nice sign, yeah, cool. I managed to play on that team. I met 5 people. One was named Merman. There was a guy named Akira. He's actually a doctor in real life. It's really funny. A majority of the medics I know in real life say they go on to main like medic or engineer. So I met this guy named Puza and then Gadilli, and I still know those guys. I'm not really, I mean, I'm familiar with one of them. One of them's like one of my best friends. We don't really talk too much anymore recently, but and the other one I don't really talk to anymore for varying reasons. But I played with these guys for about 3 seasons, so we played till the end of ESEA. I got to witness the ESEA funeral held by Sandblast. It was really cool. We did like a giant player tower of 24 people in product. The highest I made it in ESEA was I played against Mela in IM for 1 match, and then that team died immediately. Because we did not want to play IM against people that were way better than us. It just killed the team.
Yeah, true.
I met a bunch of other people though. I played with Kami on Soldier. That's when my Soldier gameplay really took off, and a bunch of Highlander players noticed. That's why I'm referred to as an invite Highlander player. It's like I bear the mark of sacrifice with that. You know, from Berserk. It's a nice phrase, but it's such a curse, really. Let's see. I mean, after that, RGL took off and cursed Sigafu. Or Sigafu cursed the grounds of ESEA and Ty. He was such a great mod, dude. I miss Ty. What a great admin. But I played the first season of ESEA main up to advanced. The highest ever gotten 6s was playoffs advanced, and then I just kind of got tired of the people running the scene because it kind of delves into like egoism. It's like, I'm better than you, listen to me. And if you do anything like admittedly I kind of like was really like I would kind of get like pissed off at people, and I'd be like, what the fuck do you want me to do? And people are like, you shouldn't talk to me like that. I don't want to play with this guy. And then like it's just that's where the egos like take off and like people
Yeah.
collapse. It's like you have to be built for it, right? You have to want it. Granted,
Yeah.
I love that my friend Gadilli actually made invite, so after coming back to the scene, so I'm really happy for him on that front, but not for me, I guess. After that, I just started playing Highlander for a bunch of invite teams, and even then, they fill in the blanks with like other sixes like invite players to like put them on demo or scout, and then it's just it's miserable because it's like a job. Like it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's fun playing at that high
Yeah.
level, but it's the same thing with like
It gets draining.
getting-
It just drains you.
kind of. It's just like you have if you want to be an invite player on any front, all you have to do is play high level pugs. That's literally all you have to do. You have to be good. You have to get with the people that play it. Like if I found out where HL pugs were and I managed to like tolerate the people that play them. Like I don't know, it's just me because I'm so introverted, but I cannot associate with those people. They're just like, most of them are like normal, but like some of them, like the ego, man, it just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like get away from it's nasty. It's like if man, the content of their character, to quote a nice man. Not the color of their class, but the content of their character.
So
Anyway, after Highlander, I just kind of settled down. I started playing for friend teams and just having a blast playing the game as I can.
That's awesome, Voosh. Sounds like you have a lot of history of the scene. I should hope the demo recorded that.
I do too. Don't worry, I get asked that all the time, and I can make it shorter too if you want. There was a short version of that story. I don't know why you didn't ask for it.
Nah, I need to fill out the time.
Yes.
Anyway, it's all recorded in one sitting.
Lovely.
Let's talk about the other thing you mentioned as well. You make war paints, Voosh.
Oh yeah, it's a recent interest. So I noticed. So if we're all familiar with the lovely zesty Jesus, the lovely
of course.
Jesus. The lovely Jesus. He's quite the critic of war paints, and I was thinking to myself,
I know.
as I was playing a Modern Warfare 2 mod one day, I like this skin. I wish it was in TF2. And I started looking into how to add it to the game. I have a friend who's really good with like shading and graphics in Photoshop. So I asked him if he could do the shading for it, and then I was like, well, I'm really bad with images. Given like anytime I try to post like a meme in like the casual court or like or like with my friends, it usually doesn't get that high a reaction rate as opposed to like casual. And you can't be mad, right? It's his tribe. But like,
Yeah.
I was like, well, Meggy's kind of a pillar head there. Maybe Meggy could do the editing for me. So the team we have is I make the camos and textures. And Vermin, my friend, he does the shading, and then Meggy does the previews. And we did that for the first Modern Warfare 2 war paint. It's called Modern Camouflage. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And it's the red tiger and blue tiger from Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, it's awesome. That was
People,
the first one you made, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the first one. People seem to like it. It's at like 52 to I think 40% vote on the workshop right now. It got bombed by TF2 Workshop Cabal, known as TF2 Emporium, but that's cool, You gotta gatekeep the newbies, I understand that. You have to make sure everything has a pride flag or it sticks to the TF2 colors. I get it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Beyond that, we've just been cranking them out all the time. What I would do initially is I would just like I used to use Stable Diffusion to make like not necessarily AI textures, but I would use it to like inspire me with AI prompts, right? So like
That's interesting.
I would use it to like for example, like you can look online for like, and by the way, you should it's really easy. You just like look up carbon fiber, and there's already a bunch of copyrighted stuff in the game anyway, so Valve doesn't, or Eric Smith doesn't give a shit, and apparently no one gives a shit because they don't want to sue Valve. But you can just get like copyrighted images and make a war paint with them. And even if you get like even if you're at 20% positive, Valve will still add it to the game, which is crazy. Anyway,
so you're saying
so
anybody can make a war paint.
Anyone, pretty much, yeah. I just like I just think it's something it's worth getting good at because it kind of hones your artistic skill and it teaches you more about the game. 'Cause I tried making hats. I tried making like a.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask you this. Have you ever tried making a hat with everything you've tried in TF2?
I like to. I have a bucket list for TF2. Like a set of items and everything I wanted to achieve before I reached a certain amount of hours. I failed, obviously, because I'm at 10K hours already. But, you know, I'd like to get there before 15K now.
Yeah.
Some of those, so we'll get to the hat in a bit, but one of those was, get a first place plat medal of any like, league or div. And, technically I got that, even though UGC is mostly dead. I have a first place UGC medal, the one I wanted too, that looks nice. So it does, you know, it doesn't really count, but like it counts to me, so I don't really give a shit what other people think. I unboxed Unusuals, even if it was during the Great Depression. I still technically unboxed an Unusual. I have found an Australian. I haven't found a golden pan yet. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Maybe, but no, that's like it's an in-game bucket list thing. It just takes time. But the other thing was like get something accepted into the game. Something I really wanted, so that's why I've like workshops probably
looks really good.
The ones we have, we have there's 5 of them. So the hat I was gonna make, I tried making a gold chain for every class. Like just because I thought it would be simple, and that's like something you see all the time is people wearing like black shirts and gold chains. And that was something in the 60s and 70s too, so it should fit right in as like a misc. But turns out I just suck with Blender, and I put like a giant like golf ball on Scout's head, and I was like, okay, I can't do this, I'm done.
Should add it to the workshop, you know, you might get that in the game.
I mean, it would have been sold to like upload that in 2015, but it just, it wasn't worth it. Yeah, the war paints we have are, we have modern camo V2, which like makes it makes the red tiger camo. It's like black and red as opposed to like navy blue and blue. It makes them black and blue and black and red. We figured that would go perfectly in the Scream Fortress update coming up. There's also we did something called Occult Onyx, which for some reason is our worst war paint, but it has the highest amount of positive ratings. Really weird.
Yeah. So is that, when you say it's the worst, is it in your opinion, or is it just in, like,
It's just, like, I didn't know, like, you had to make textures seamless. It wasn't an epiphany until I started getting comments from, like, workshop commenters. That's another, like, weird group of people. It's like a group of, like, 12 to, like, 17-year-olds from, like, Norway to Alabama, and they just will comment on your profile, like, makes bad wall paints, not really a fan, it's not seamless. This one needs to be put in the oven a bit longer. Just really like weird people. Like, and they like it's like Scum. Imagine if Scum actually cared about the workshop, right? He's just like on your nuts 24/7, tugging like, you need to put this in the oven for about 24 more minutes. It's a bit cold. You get a bunch of like weirdos like that who comment on like any war paint, not just ours, and I feel bad for the people that actually make good shit. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a noob at making textures. I'm not a fucking artist. It takes forever to get good at that. You have to have a knack for it. But we have so Occult Onyx was like a carbon fiber inspired like, and it's kind of like a really bad. It's not seamless. It has seams, so like you can see like when the lines like don't work with each other when the textures connect. So it looks really bad, but it's like a flat like kind of carbon fiber. The lighting on it was so perfect though. That was the part I hated. I'm trying to make it right now. I was trying to make like another. I was trying to make another version of it right now that has proper lighting, or excuse me, that's seamless and has proper lighting. That actually, and also it uses TF2 colors. So a thing with the Zesty Workshop Cabal. So like, if you could imagine like a Bethesda game, every like Cabal is like a Fallout faction, right? And you, the player character, get to choose who to side with depending on your choices, right? So we made a skin after a little bit called Ethereal Ecstasy, which Maggie did a great job on the previews for, right?
That's really good, yeah.
So I just thought it would be cool to, I found this website that it generates like a bunch of what's the word for it? It generates like a bunch of like patterns for you that like work together, right? and I didn't think of it at the time, but I was like, oh, this looks just like Jazzy or the Miami Elements war paint. By the way, that thing sucks. It's not even seamless. I don't know why Valve added that. So it's a bunch of like saturated bright colors, really cool. And a bunch of people started commenting it's really good. Yeah, Zesty Jesus reviewed it on stream, and he was
I remember watching that.
It needs to be less saturated. No, it needs to be less saturated. And we were like, okay, what should we do? And he gave fair criticism. He was like, you guys should just add like TF2 colors to it. And we're like, all right, I can do that right now. So that's exactly what I did, and it's our first 4-star war paint.
It is.
People
It looks
like it.
really good. I actually hope it gets added in the game. I genuinely like it.
Well, we hope it gets added. Personally, I actually don't want that one added. I'm not really a fan of the achievement. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the achievement colors. I wouldn't mind it being added because I think people like. I do prefer the more saturated colors. I just have to figure out how to get it to work with approval.
Yeah.
Like under the spearheads. But after that, right now, that's our most popular war paint. We're working on something that's inspired by the Pack-a-Punch camo from Call of Duty. The Wood at War Pack-a-Punch camo. And we'll have that out real soon. We're just waiting on people to review it, tell us what they think of it. And then after that, I have that similar one that's like a Cult Onyx V2. And we'll hopefully get that out in 2 weeks or so, depending on scheduling.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, war paints.
I've always wanted to make
pretty
a
fun
war paint, but
you could totally make a Toriel war paint, by the way. Totally could.
See, when you said that in the casual code, I was like, should I do it? But I think I got like other commitments now.
It's actually not that hard. You just use like I have a bunch of like, obviously like you have to have like a workshop guide. Like there are a bunch of guides on the TF2 community thing, like how to make your first war paint, how to do X, how to take a shit, and it's like,
yeah,
how to fart as demo man. It's like you have all these options for things that ways to do things, and I think you could totally make a Toriel inspired war paint because you have to also understand like the majority TF2 player base in America. They don't know what gender they are. So, Undertale is huge to them.
Yes,
Thereby,
so
you have free capital. That is like, you have a free war paint that could be added in the game. Totally free. Just use like the colors you have now. Use like, Gunkick's gonna hate me for saying this, but use Abundance of Hinge, or the white war paint, because he hates paints for some reason. And then use the purple war paint you have. And you're pretty much set.
Who wants some of this?
I'll have to try that sometime. Gunkick, what do you think?
Well, you can be totally critical of that. I'm not a fan of. I mean, I'm a fan of it, but I fumbled the bag with that. There's another one I fumbled really bad I didn't bring up, but it's called Honeysuckle Havoc. That's just because I wanted to see how a black war paint would just look. So I took a single texture of a honeysuckle, and it's just repeating. And people did not like that one at all. They did not like that one at all. Worst war paint, it's a 2 out of 5 stars. No one likes it. I don't like it, but I'm keeping it up there so people can see the history that, I grew with time.
Yeah.
I'm not just some Game Banana hack that like, oh, I took the Australian texture and applied it to the pistol. It's like, no, I'm trying my best here, fellas. But yeah, that's the Voosh workshop endeavor at the moment.
Yeah, let's talk about future endeavors, I guess.
Future
You said you wanted to do a machinima, right?
Oh yeah, so I'm just walking over here.
We wanted to do one. I mean, we can move.
Yeah,
I don't mind moving.
Yeah, I mean, get a good change of good scenery. This is kind of cramped in here. We should probably pipe is a little too cramped. Of course, Ruby goes the long way. Three Stooges. But yeah, up here's fun. A fun fact: I used to play Doomsday all the time. You can actually get up there. This is, it doesn't work on the other side of the map. This is you missed. You can actually, so this was an old spot. You could sit as like a trolldier, or like, cause snipers always sit on the battlements up here, and you know they watch the rocket. You could just sit up here and just wait for them to plop down. Fun stuff.
Really
Anyway,
large.
so yeah, I want to make like a TF2 Red versus Blue series really badly.
Yeah.
I feel like it hasn't been done yet.
I'm
came
surprised
up
not a
with-
lot has been done with TF2 Machinima. Usually it's just Source Filmmaker. Or Garry's
I
Mod.
think that there's two reasons why. I think one, Red versus Blue works because they're masked and you know you have to nod when you're speaking. I know people
Yeah.
have certainly made like TF2 Machinimas before,
Oh,
but
of
you
course,
have like
yeah.
better options for movement, right? But
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of not to say it removes the soul of like Red versus Blue, but like it creates a new identity entirely with like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
proper animation and like Gmod animation. Those are just like unlimited like puppetry. Like you can use
Yeah.
like the Scout as a perfect mascot for anything. Especially with the
That's so
Electro
true.
Plus models, you can make like every class look like a normal American from Burger King.
Yeah, I was interested
Yeah,
in your project because I've always wanted to do like a TF2 Machinima. Like the podcast was kind of an excuse to do it.
Right, yeah, it's
Some
a
weird,
good way to
bizarre
like
way.
get good at camera angles and like figuring out
Yeah.
like good spots on the map to where to record. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really want to. I thought of a few characters that are like extremely loosely based on the archetypes of like Caboose and like Sarge and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's why I made like 3 reds and 3 blues. I appreciate the characters you came up with. We can use those, but like
Say that shit. I don't mind.
the thing is, I really want to like figure out like how the series is gonna work, right?
Yeah.
Like you could have it to where like, so the way I wrote Pablo, I don't want to spoil too much for these two,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But the way I wrote Pablo at first, I was like, oh, his brother is like a long lost like player, right? That he's like the MacGuffin of the series that they'll like use to teleport from map to map, and that can kind of like
So,
simulate
yeah.
how they leave Blood Gulch in Red versus Blue, and they end up on other parts of the map and other Halo 2
Yeah.
maps. But the problem for me is I'm not funny, so I need to get a comedy writer fast. I can write like the outline for a script, but I don't have that
Yeah.
like dude bro like zeitgeist comedy that is needed. So I'm currently looking for someone who's funny.
Well, you're not gonna
Obviously-
find it in here right now.
Oh, you're not gonna find it in the casual court. I know that.
No, you're not gonna
I'm
find
sorry.
it there.
Especially not with these two. No, you're not gonna.
Oh my god.
Are you fucking trading in the podcast?
I'm just scrapping some things quick.
Oh my god. You seem
just
like you got really
scrapping,
bored.
I'm just so bored. I don't know.
No,
I'm sorry you two have to sit through a Larry King interview. I didn't know it was that bad. Damn.
No, I like Larry King.
I'm still in my life story out here, and you're like, I'm bored. I'm gonna open my phone and start like swiping on scrap.tf,
It's not
Tinder.tf.
that. It's not that. I am engaged. I am engaged.
You're
You should
Buddhist
put this in
engaged,
the machinima. Put this as like a bit of a joke. Plot point, perhaps.
Are you fucking trading right now? Yeah, it's like, like people are having like a dramatic confession. Reminds me of a bit from Archer.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
this scan thing again. Oh my god.
So what is the scam thing? What did you get scammed out of?
Oh my fucking. You're gonna warp this. That's not true. I told you. That's not what
Oh, so-
happened. I told
so
you that I was adding
heartbreaking.
the refined or whatever. I don't even remember what it was. But I told you I was adding it. It was like, that's my commission fee, okay? I said that. I'm not. I remember that part. I remember that part because he soy raged at me. You're like, I'm just trying to trade hats with my friends. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but I get fees, you know? It happened like 8 months ago. Like, come on. That's not true. It was not a month ago.
Who knows? I got in my notes as well. I got my notes as well for Voosh. His Family Guy posts in the casual chord. How do you come up with such great stuff, Voosh?
Oh, great stuff. Well, so as as I'm sure you're acquainted and well aware, so I'm friends with this gentleman named BH Thriller, Braveheart Thriller, old Dust Bowl clan on the Xbox 360 and early TF2 days. That guy, for some reason, like Dust Bowl players are like the fucking bikers of TF2. Like they just have like weird gangs and weird rivalries, and no one takes them seriously. It's very similar to the South Park episode where they call a bunch of bikers a funny word.
Yeah.
Faggot!
So pretty much, he's a big fan of Family Guy, you know? And I mean, who hasn't watched a bit of Family Guy? You know, quintessential American show. He always has it playing in the background of his microphone, and sometimes I'm a little bit engaged in what he's hearing. I'll like hear a skit, and like in my head, through my superpower is autism, I can make up a skit in my head. Sometimes, like, YouTube will just recommend me Family Guy skits. I don't know if you guys ever watch one Family Guy video, and it's like...
I watch one Family Guy clip, I get recommended them forever.
But you can, you can apply a bunch of Family Guy, like, skits. Not that, like, the show's story is good or anything, like, from episodes, but their cutaways are great. You can like totally apply like a cutaway to someone's ego, and it just checks out perfectly. That's B as in Braveheart Thriller. That's H as in how honorable to be with Thriller. You know, like it's real easy coming up with those kind of skits. You just apply the like buzzwords. Like let's say there's an episode about like Meg being a lesbian, right? Just replace it with, like, Meggie being open, and you have a funny skit, right?
Genius. I tried my hand at it as well. I hope that you liked it. I hope it was in the spirit as well.
No, it was really good. I liked that. That was funny.
Alright, it's cool. I have
the only one who liked it.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna cry.
Tears of joy.
Yeah. You, in the last episode as well, we talked a bit about Cough Sneed. So what happened to Cough
my
Sneed?
mapping endeavors, that's another thing, shit. Yeah, we can talk about Cough Sneed, that's a funny history. I'm kind of done with mapping. Kind of. Hammer Plus Plus, like, totally reinvented it as soon as I was done with Hammer. So I made 3 maps. And then there's a bunch of versions of Sneed, and then there's a map called Cough Cliffy, which is like if Hightower was a Cough map and there wasn't a Hightower. And then there's what's the word for it? There's Cough Sneed Pro A3 Joe. So which one do you want to talk about first? You want to go from the beginning? I will
lay down the beginning, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we can go.
So I got inspired after seeing a bunch of people in RGL making a bunch of like Cough maps. Because Cough maps are the easiest to make and they're also the funnest to play in my opinion. Because you know it's back and forth. You just have to make sure there's no sniper sight lines. So I took my hand at like watching by the way, God bless that guy Crash. He makes like the best tutorials for like learning how to make maps. So I mean, some of them are a little confusing. It's like when you're watching like an SFM tutorial on posing. You're like, ah, shit, I have to pause this, and you have to go back and forth. But overall, like he teaches you how to make like asymmetrical and symmetrical maps. Because really, when you're making a map, you only have to make one side of the map, and then the rest is just texturing it.
Yeah.
But what I did was I made a small box, like I made a tutorial room where you like learn how to place trains and everything, and I was like, all right, I know what I want to do. I am inspired by a Overwatch map called Greece. Are you guys familiar with the Greece map? Yeah. So
I am.
Isn't it Ilias? I
don't care. So there's a part of the map that like takes place where there's like it's not the one with the well. Or like where every like white girl takes like a photo of themselves like by the blue like the blue hat blue and white.
Is it
like,
the one with
houses.
the roots?
Yes, the ruins.
Yeah.
So on that, there's actually the way that point works is that the point is actually the lowest part of that part of the map, because it's like 3-stage Koth, which is really interesting. Which TF2 had that. So I put the point at the lowest stage of the map. Not really, because there's still like a cliff you can get blown off of. But there's a cliff. There's a cliff. Then a little bit to the right of that is the point. You have a bunch of like ramps like this that people can go up and down on, and then like I figured out it's kind of like upward first, like the ramp demos can spam over. Yeah, it's kind of like that on all sides. The idea was I want it to be like really hard to hold and also like really easy to defend, depending on like your team's positioning. So if a team has control of the cliff, you can basically like hold the point for free. And you can also, like, there's a bunch of flank routes too, and there's like, on the cliff itself, there's like a high bomb for soldiers. There's like 2 like giant, what's the word for it? Pillars that a soldier can bomb off of and land on the point. You can get a sink jump off of it, which because as a soldier man, I figure it's really important to have a lot of high ground. Other than that, though, Koth Cliff A had 2 playtests. It had games of 4s. Overall, people did seem to like it, and I also had problems with like getting the spawn to work and getting. So what I would do is I would just look up prefabs on TF2 maps, and I would just like steal. I would just I'd just steal like a giant spawn room and like just repaste it in there. The lighting would be extremely messed up.
Always steals.
Yeah. The lighting was so bad. I gave up on Cliff A after I was like, alright, I'm bored of this. No one seems to like it. I mean, that's kind of an inspiration for me, is if like, if you look at something and people think it's good, and that usually is like the fuel for me. It's not that like I want to do it. I just want to get good at it to the extent where like I know I can do it, and then if people like it, I'll continue.
Yeah.
Same thing with war paints. But my next map is the infamous Koth Sneed. So Koth Sneed has a history. You have Sneed, which is like just a normal like TF2 map of Sneed's Feed and Seed, and it's not like it's out of any game
That
mode.
was Koth, wasn't it? That was the Koth map.
No. Koth.
I knew there was another Koth. I knew
it was
there was
just
like
Sneed.
2 Sneed.
It was just Sneed initially, and then someone turned it into a Koth map, and then someone we know named, I think his name is Fizzy Pop, or Fizz, it's not something, I don't remember his name, but Fizzy made Koth Sneed Pro, and then someone made an duo version of Koth Sneed, and then I made Koth Sneed Pro B2, which added sightline help and also prevented people from getting inside the spawn rooms, because that map is extremely
I remember
broken.
in one of the Sneed maps, one of the spawn rooms didn't have a window, so you could just shoot people when they were spawning in.
Yeah. I also
we
took
did that in one of the
the
gunpokes, that's
prefab
funny.
spawns, and I updated them with that, and then people seemed to like that. Some people complained about sightlines on Sneed, so that was always an issue. But when you get rid of because of the size of the map, when you add like a bunch of barriers and crates, people could just sit on the crates and spawn camp, so no one really liked it.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of versions of Sneed where I wanted to work on texturing, so I'd like take parts of other maps. Like I took like the barns and the cow from 2 for it, and I took a bunch of like the grains from Granary, and there's a bunch of barns on the world map of Harvest. I took all those, I just put them in the background of Sneed, and Sneed ended up looking pretty good. Casual, for some reason, during Pugs would always complain about the lighting on the map. He'd be like, man, the HDR, it's real bad, Voosh. You should work on that. It's me, Casual TF2.
That's a great casual impression. Oh my god.
You'd do that. But the last bit of Sneed that was worked on was Sneed A3 Joe, because for some reason there was a bunch of there's a bunch of texturing issues. The Sneed sign was not working. So what's the point of Sneed's Feed and Seed if you can't see the sign, right?
Oh my god.
You apparently have to put the custom texture like in this specific spot. Like you can't just have the texture like in your folder for the map. You have to like actually like apply the texture to the map. figure it would just like when you render the map, right? You'd figure it just like would be applied, but it's not. So Joe told me he would do it, so I named it in his honor, and he also fixed some clipping on the map, and he also broke some clipping on the map, so you could sit on top of one of the skyboxes. And if you look back at old demos from Sneed, you can see Teeny and Joe abusing that because they're trolls and they have to. It's in their nature.
So
let's see.
I remember the last time I played on Cough Sneed, I lost badly. Yeah.
Then there was
badly.
the Burger Girl version of the map. Because I really wanted to at least finish Sneed. And Burger Girl was like, hey, I expect compensation for this. And I was like, what? So I didn't really feel at the time like paying for it because, you know, my Hebrew nature took over. And I was like, $20 per upgrade to the map and you're barely upgrading it and you're not upgrading everything right. You know, I love Burger Girl, Cortana, right? But it's not like, it didn't really seem like worth it.
Yeah. That's fair.
So I have like a very bare version of Sneed that I can finish. I still have like the VMF for it, so I can work on it later or get someone else to work on it. But the idea was just refined version of Sneed Pro, but there's like, it's an actual cough map, right? You apply the product principle. The product yeah, it was Sneed too. So the product principle is basically, if you think of product, you have a spawn, and then you have a giant wall, and you have 3 ways to get to the point, right? So if you think of product, right, you have the giant wall, you have a way to get to cliff, you have the main, you have main, which is like that little zigzag way you get to the lowest part of the map. It's like the cliff to get to the control point. Not cliff, right, the like thing on the side, but like it's the hill that you climb to get to the cough. And then on the left you have like flank and concrete. So you basically, you take this, this is what every multiplayer game does too, by the way. They have like the product principle. So you have the line, you have your spawn, and then you have the point, and then it's repeated around. You put 3 lines to the point, and that's what I was trying to get Burger Girl to do. They did a good job for the most part, but again, it was just like, you need to put a window here, and then it's like, it adds like a giant open window, and it's like, no, I mean a glass window. Oh, you mean barbed wire? No, I mean a glass window. Oh, and like that totals up to like $40, and it's like, okay. Overall though, map was, map still plays good, I think. I got Bunga to look at the map, and he was telling me about ancient, like, Zoroastrian, like, Jewish texts for some reason. I have a recording of that.
That sounds like Bunga.
But after that, that's kind of the end of that's the end of Cough Sneed. You know, great history.
Cough Sneed is Jewish approved.
It is kosher approved. It would be correct.
That's awesome. Let's talk about the map we're on. We should do that. So originally you said you wanted Doomsday. I forgot the name of the map for a sec, and then you were like, "Nah, I want these other maps." And I was like, "No, Doomsday's cool."
Well, I didn't really know I didn't really know how long we'd be standing in each position, so I was kind of thinking like the background, right? I mean, it is like iconic that I'm on Doomsday.
Man. Yeah, because you commissioned the Casualty of Doomsday video as well, didn't you?
I did. I commissioned 2 casual videos: the Zoe 101 review and I'm still fucking mad about that. $120 for 2 videos, and he only reviews 1 season. Expected. I wanted the game to get to the part where Zoe and Oscar are like Oscar's flying away, and then he like comes back, and like I wanted to see him tear up about that, but he did a normal review. You know, if I wanted a normal fucking review, I would go to one of those like 100 sub like neat channels, or they do nothing but like review music and like videos by viewer request. But you know, I'm glad he did it. I don't know how to put it. I'm pleased with the Doomsday video. Like, he didn't, like, the frustrating part is he didn't get like the occultism with Doomsday.
Yeah,
he just kind of
I know.
like, he kind of went free, and like that's fine, because like casual in his own nature, like when you give him full access to making something about something, he can totally nail it, right? He went to college for that. He knows what he's doing. But it's just frustrating, like, because I know like every single bit about this map, Every like hiding spot, every nook and cranny. There's like a bunch of sticky spots, by the way, on this rock that like if you shoot stickies into that thing, they'll be invisible. You know, all the ramps and like it kind of sucks that he didn't talk about that at all, because I did bring it up in our DMs. I was like, I want you to talk about like the ancient Doomsday cults that used to like guard like each side of the map, or like the kind of like this skateboard Pete Hightower pugs that you could find at 3 a.m. in America.
Yeah. Doomsday just has a weird fan base surrounding it, like...
It's dead.
You're not gonna really find, like, Doomsday fans on, like, anywhere else but Doomsday.
Doomsday is dead.
Like,
it died after Gunmetal. No, not Gunmetal. What's the name of it?
Meet Your Match.
Yeah, it died after Meet Your Match ruined Quick Play.
Meet Your Match ruined a lot of things. It's probably...
we can talk about that later. But yeah, Doomsday died because no one queues for it, because free-to-plays... Like, it used to be free-to-play Haven more than 2 for it, because you just see, like, Pablo Gonzalez, like, walking up here and then running into a wall over there, and you could just, like, shovel him. Like, I still consider this the better version of Hightower. There are way more sync jumps on this map than there are on Hightower. And also it's CTF, so it's like, there's no payload cart. And, like, you don't have to worry about teams capping. You can just have, like, the engineer nests up top over there. It's beautiful, really.
It's a beautiful map. Let's talk about news, our regular news. Braden220 is back.
Oh boy, yeah.
I'm so happy about that. Yeah, he came back when I was, like, editing the second episode. I don't know if Voosh knows anything about, Braden of BBQ220.
Is that the guy with, like, the red shirt that looks like a...
Yeah.
Like a incel, and he's, like, yelling, and you guys made a gif of it?
yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Like, I'm a huge Braden fan. I genuinely love his videos. They're all terrible, and I can't stop watching them. He's great. He's genuinely great. I'm happy that he's
glad you enjoy his content. That's good.
Yeah.
You know. For what it's worth, I've kind of fallen out of watching TF2 videos on the internet. Besides, like, ones that pertain to, like, any, like, leaks or, like, information or, like, information specifically on, like, making things. Like, it's like, hey guys, it's Whammo with a pistol review.
I hate Whammo's content so fucking much, like, actually.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Whammo is like the fucking, like, Watch Mojo of TF2 when he was around. Like, his content was just his content was nothing. His content was nothing. His content was making a pie with no flavor in it. No, with Whammo, it's just worse. It's just worse. I hate Whammo's content. No,
well, did
really.
Whammo make a song like I Need a Toilet in Minecraft or whatever? I don't believe so. Okay. Alright, well let me rephrase. We need a DJ Killer Keemstar. I'm sorry.
I feel like Zesty is probably the Keemstar of TF2.
Maybe.
I don't see the correlation. ...
I don't know, it's just like most people in the community just generally doesn't like him. I feel like maybe that's where. I don't know. IDK. So what's your guys' take on the newest casual video?
Not a true casual fan. I didn't watch it all the way through. I'm sorry. I just, I couldn't drive myself to watch.
I watched like 10 minutes of it.
The one where it talks about the game.
Say I'm a fan of it.
I thought it was alright. I thought it was interesting to hear like a non-gamer's perspective of why he likes TF2. It's a unique perspective. Yeah. For the video, we also had a massive noob wave as well. Oh my fucking god.
So fucking trivial.
the one guy, yeah. Yes!
Little did
Wasn't
he
that
know.
Horror Love? Yeah.
Little would he.
I miss the old casual. The funny video casual.
Yeah.
So fucking true.
I wish
The new
he
Noob Wave as
played the
well,
guitar
like-
in TF2 instead of playing it in real life. You know.
Oh yeah.
We'd be on a different path. I wish there was a growth taunt for the soldier. And we could protest him by all buying it and then like standing on granary, like all standing in line on granary.
Yeah. I also got banned for 3 days in the casual chord during the noob wave.
You
I
got
don't know
the
what
it
you
down in my
thought. Like, I
notes.
mean, like,
I did it
It
to
was-
like,
I mean-
I just said it to like one guy that I just got kind of bored and stopped. Then I get banned for like a week. It was worth it.
I don't
think.
know.
Funny.
I mean, it's whatever, I guess, but I think it's kind of reasonable for casual to want to ban you, but I think it's kind of gay as well.
I stood up to the big man when no one else did, you know?
You were like the Chinese guy in that Tiananmen Square picture.
I
You know,
was.
going up against the tanks. Exactly like
was.
that.
Literally me, oh my god.
Literally Sneed.
I remember we also had another guy come in the server as well, the Cross guy. The TF2 YouTuber
Oh.
Cross.
Oh, that guy, right.
Yeah, I remember
So you freaked that guy out hard. Like, it wasn't just like some noob.
all I
you were
did,
like,
all I did was make an image.
You made like a soy jack of him, okay? I mean, it's like he joins
wasn't
in
that
and like
bad.
immediately you make a soy jack of him. Like, I get it for him leaving.
Yo, it wasn't that bad.
I
Come
mean,
on, it
yeah,
wasn't that
he was
bad.
pretty lame. Still.
His content was great, it was funny. I was watching through his, me and Gunkick just decided to check out his, YouTube account. You know, check out his videos, and, like, at the end of it, he posts, like, at the end of his soldier video, he says, "People play soldier, look at this graph, that's the video, guys." It's just like, okay.
He's not
Don't
even like a
keep laughing
TF2 player.
You were laughing so fucking hard at it. Yeah, it's just, see, the graph isn't good because it's just way too vague. Like, what does that mean?
I hate that, like, heavy is like not rewarding to play. I hate that that's on the graph. It's so
Heavy
lame.
isn't rewarding to play. Heavy is rewarding to play as fuck.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy literally doesn't play the game.
Oh my god, he doesn't play the game. So that's. Yeah. He could at least like spoke about the. He could have spoke about the graph, but he didn't. And it was just like, what? What does the graph mean? So that's where the soy jet came from, you know? I just made a image of Cross with the graph. It was like kind of funny. I didn't actually expect him to leave though. He also made a. Oh, what else did he make?
He
I
made
don't know
that
what he
SMG
made, but-
video or something, right? Where it's like the sniper's SMG is actually pretty good. Wasn't that a video he made, or am I
Yeah.
like imagining?
I think he
story?
did make a SMG video. I can't remember much about it. I remember in
He's
his
literally
heavy
like
shotgun.
a guy who makes like mobile games. Okay, he's not like a real TF2 player, anyways. It's not like. Yeah, that's like literally what he does. Yeah, he just makes like shitty like I think it's like the second link on his YouTube. Okay, I didn't like.
I want to get Cross in this podcast, and I know he's probably gonna say no after I made the jack. But I do want to talk to him about like, how he makes his videos and how much like he puts into the game, because in some of his videos he will. It's so true, so true. But yeah. Like, that's my dream pick, alright, to get anybody in the podcast, it's him, but I know it's not gonna happen. I say this
you
every
just gotta,
episode.
like, it can happen, you know? He said water under the bridge, do you not remember?
Did he really say there's water under the bridge?
He didn't say that, he was like, I just don't want people to be negative to me, that's what he said. It's not like, oh, I don't want GhostyGump to talk to me or whatever, but... I don't know. Maybe it can't be Ghosty. I think it's possible, but it's just gonna take a lot of effort.
It's gonna take too much effort for it to happen.
By effort, it's like make an account that you can contact him on, and then like unlist all the other episodes just in case.
Yeah, that's like too much effort, and I think if he finds out, he's just gonna say no. If anything, it's probably Brayden that's gonna have to reach out to me asking if he wants to be on the podcast. It's just not gonna happen. I don't know, I think make him watch the podcast, I guess.
We need to make like a Discord alt with like some shitty Ben 10 like gay fan art, and then it'd be like, hey Brayden, I saw your Twitter, do you want to come on to my podcast? And then he's gonna be like, oh my god, I love Ben 10 and gay porn, and then he's gonna show up. That's like all you have to do, really.
What are you guys talking about? What? I just got back. I got a dish of food. I see Ruby talking about Ben 10 and gay porn.
I'm not saying it's me, but Brayden, he knows what he likes.
You know, Ruby. Yeah, I like. There comes a point, like the cringe. I want you to understand this. Someone who's seen it and has been there. The cringe just stacks up. There's no like overflow that turns it into like winner, like Chadism, right? The cringe just stacks. The loadout you have right here, the flags, the likes and dislikes, it just stacks, right? It just stacks. Take this as a healthy human warning, all right? Not like one of from Malice or a heart of discontent, but you gotta learn to tone that stuff down, okay? If I come to land and I get a fucking like soy jack cape or something, if I come to land and I see you like dressed in like this, I got you this Wojak shirt. It says fastest soldier chud, and I swear I feel like, you know that one episode of Family Guy where it's like Brian is like, he's like, oh boy, I get to sign my books, right? He's like, I can't wait to sign my books, and it's just a bunch of retards that just want to sign his book. Hey Brian, thank you, you're such an inspirational writer. Like, oh, it's great, retards like my book, right? So heed my warning, okay?
Alright. Yeah, I mean at land, you know.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna be an issue.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Still waiting for my passport to arrive so I can start booking my trip to LAN.
How do you guys feel about coming to America?
It's exciting and scary. Yeah.
You excited to meet Mexicans for the first time?
This would be interesting. I'm gonna walk, instead of like being fear of getting stabbed, I'm gonna have a fear of getting shot, you know? It's gonna be an interesting experience.
Oh, that's not gonna happen. That only happens if you're going to school. So you're fine.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Gunkick, are you gonna do the vlog thing still? You were talking about like, oh, I'm gonna go, when I get to... That's not at all what I said. You were whenever you were like, oh, I got my plane ticket. You were talking about like, oh, I'm gonna record my journey a little bit. I'm wondering if that's still the plan. You did.
I think that might have been me.
No, you both said it.
I think I mentioned it first. Yeah, I think LAN's gonna be great. I saw P&D making badges as well.
That's
I can't wait to get my real life participation medal. It's gonna be awesome.
I gotta get the flag made. That's the one thing I need to do for LAN.
I've told my friend about LAN as well.
We've
He said
talked
that he
about
wanted
this,
to go.
Ruby. You and your flag collection.
I don't know, man. A flag signed by everyone at LAN seems pretty chill. I am.
Just get a
hell
desk.
yeah.
Just get like a mouse pad signed. That's what I did. My friend
that's
gave me
good.
a spare
I have
mouse
no-
pad, and I just got everyone there to sign it.
That's actually a good idea.
That'd be awesome.
What's more iconic, the mouse pad or the flag, right? You have to think about that.
Right. Think about that.
With the mouse
You
pad
have to do
though,
a lot of
if,
thinking, really, don't you?
Yeah, I was thinking,
Ah.
do you want to use the mouse pad or do you just want to have it in a collection, right?
No, just frame
Well, the
it.
thing is, like,
Just frame it, or get a T-shirt and frame the
Yeah.
T-shirt. Framed
Yeah.
T-shirts look a lot better than posters or a framed mouse
Yeah.
pad. It's real cheap too to frame.
oh yeah, I have the Zero shirt. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
There's a Zero shirt. What?
Yeah, Ruby
Yeah.
made a custom shirt.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want that signed. I think I'll just wear it. I don't know. I haven't thought about my outfits for LAN.
You should wear it and get everyone to sign it.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm excited for LAN. Like I said, I told my friend about LAN, and he said that he wanted to go, and I'm like, wait, seriously? Because I told him, like, oh, you can come as a joke, right? I think he took it a bit too seriously. He doesn't even play... Yeah, like, I was just saying, oh, you could... Yeah, I was just saying, like, oh, you can come with me if you want, ha ha ha. And he's like, yeah, sure, okay. And I'm like, wait, what? He doesn't actually play TF2, so he's gonna have to, like, learn how to play. I mean, I'm not sure what he's gonna do, because he'll have to, like, sit at a computer for, like, 4 hours, you know? Oh well, we'll see what the future holds. Gunkick. Rude. You told me the summer update was gonna come out yesterday, and the day before, and the day before, and the day before. Where is it? Tuesday. Is this a definitive answer?
Ah.
We'll see if you're right in the future.
It'll be out
Hopefully,
next week.
Quotes. Are they fixing the bots? I imagine no one's fixing the bots. Like, how do you fix a problem like that, though? Because the only, like, bot... Yeah. Like, I was gonna say, like, how do you exactly fix a problem like that? Because the only other,
You
like...
fix the bots.
Oh,
You remove sniper, and then that's all you can do, you know?
So so Valve actually has gone on record talking about how you fix bots. It's called a treadmill problem. Yes, I watched the Shonik video. So pretty much the only like real hope, and this is like infinitely impossible, but you need to just have VAC update itself constantly. And you can do this by, I guess, in the future having an AI do it. So no man has to work on it itself, right? You just have to have like an AI constantly like updating VAC. But VAC is an outdated, it's not outdated as it is. VAC isn't really it's not like a system that is, how do I put it? VAC still detects like you're cheating, right? But the way that cheaters get around it is like if you have cheat engine open, right, and you fuck with TF2's files, and you're in a secured server, you're not getting VAC banned immediately, right? It takes like a report.
That's what they do, right? Yeah.
It takes like it works slowly. VAC likes to stalk its prey. It doesn't just kill it immediately. I'm not sure, like, we'll never know the real secrets, like how long it actually takes or what checklist needs to be met, but like, cheaters don't just get banned instantly anymore.
Did you guys get anything in the summer sale?
I haven't yet.
I got the Rayman bundle, but then I was like, you know, I'm not gonna play this, and then
Oh, what the hell?
I think I've spent too much money on games. I look at my library, I have 500 games, and I've only played 50 of them.
I try and play all the games that I buy, at least once, you know.
Replay the good ones, yeah, but like I have Skyrim, right? I finally got Skyrim. I haven't played it ever.
I saw you playing it earlier.
Actually, pretty fun. It's just like fall.
Yeah.
So like with a bunch of Bethesda games, I never end up finishing them. I just play them until I get bored. That stopped when I started adding like mods. Like I got Wabbajack and I beat Fallout 4. I did an Enclave run of Fallout 4 with this custom like mod pack.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I had to cheese it though because like the game was bugged. So I had to go with the Institute. It was really lame. Not a fan of that, but it's really nice. Yeah, the Sneed Clay. Thank you. I've never beat Fallout New Vegas nor like played it that much. I think the most I made it to the strip and then I just got bored.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good
completely
thumbnail right
modded
there.
I completely modded my Skyrim. Like, I can't play Skyrim vanilla. I just can't.
You have a Toriel mod in Skyrim?
See, I was looking for that, and I was like, no, there isn't one. It doesn't exist.
Yet.
Yeah, that is true.
You could also commission someone to make that.
See,
That
I
exists.
could,
You could totally,
I'm like-
you could totally do that with like panhandle money from America.
See, I could do that, but I'm like, nah, I don't wanna. I'll just be patient and wait for the inevitable mod. But yeah, I was talking to my friend the other day, and it's like incredible how people have just turned Skyrim into the greatest porn mod ever made. It's just insane.
Have you heard about
Like
the
storm.
AI thing they did with Skyrim? Like you can literally talk to NPCs with your voice. And they'll respond to
crazy.
you with AI generated like.
That's insane. That's like the next step of RPGs, right?
Almost.
Use
It's
a
just gonna be
benchmark
kind of
of it,
weird because it's like
Yeah.
the NSA at some point is gonna in like 10 years The NSA is gonna hear some lonely fuck, like, in his basement. He's like,
His
oh,
married NPC AI.
oh, Lagmazel, frog princess of the Nile. I take your hand in marriage, and you have this guy with his buddies over on his monitor, and they're like looking at through his webcam, and they're just laughing at this guy jerking off to like frog princess porn. Like,
That's the inevitable future right there.
I mean, I want that to exist. Like that is a creative thing that should exist. The ability to talk to NPCs. That's coming in like 10, 20 years.
Yeah,
We'll have to wait.
I can imagine that.
It's still crazy to me. Like, people are already over like presidents like gaming with each other. We literally we have simulated human movement of photos. Like, do you remember the Yandere dev animations? Like, because people could like take photos and animate them with other other videos.
Yeah,
that's
I remember
great. We can animate
Dame Dame videos that came out.
Yeah, everything is like becoming AI generated. It's scary.
The future is AI generated.
I've already seen like bits of that.
For some reason in
We've
my
seen
notes, I've got a question. Does
Answer
anyone
away.
care
I should...
enough about the Twilight movie to make soy jacks about it? I can't exactly remember where I wrote this down from.
Oh, I remember this. I remember you talking about it in VC. You were like,
Wait,
Harry,
me?
which, are you Team Edward or Team Daniel Radcliffe or whatever the fuck is...
Is that me?
That's
Did I
Harry
say
Potter.
that? I don't remember asking about that. No, I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
With your parent.
Edward Carr in Twilight? Yeah. That's actually, yeah, I'm trying to keep that on the down low about my superpowers. You know, the hand's going well. I mean, I'm out of a cast and I can jump with my, oh, hold on, voice command. I can jump with my thumb now, which is great. I don't have to use
that's
mouse
awesome.
5.
It's crazy.
Problem is just, it's weak. It's really weak.
Do you think a TF2 class can played entirely with one hand?
Yes, I played Pyro. With
Yeah, I
one
was
hand.
thinking Pyro, yeah.
I played it
do
with
it,
one
actually.
mouse. And if Muzel 12
Maybe-
years ago could play Flawed Pyro with his
Maybe heavy as
his
well.
foot. Heavy, you just blind plus attack and plus forward, and you just move your mouse, and you're fine.
Yeah.
Just switch weapons when you need to.
Maybe medic.
Medic's different, because I did that for a pug. That was the most miserable Snakewater pug I ever played. Everyone was berating me for being crippled. That was not fun.
Maybe sniper as well. I think. Yeah, maybe
Plus
sniper.
forward sniper seems like hell.
I'm not talking about plus forward. I'm talking about binding like left and right onto the mouse.
Oh,
You can't be like a crab though. You can't be like a crab, just going like from side to, just moving from side to side, like everywhere you go.
Playing in like a shooting gallery, yeah, that's a good idea. Be the target of the shooting gallery.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
And if
Anything
you guys
else
have
that
any
must be brought up?
questions, I can't think of anything. I don't have anything to ask you guys.
That's good. I got a question for Ruby.
What's up?
Why did you give me the wrong time earlier today?
Wrong time? What?
Yeah, you gave me the wrong time. Like, me and Gunkick showed up an hour early. And I was like DMing Voosh, like, where are you? Wait, no, it's the wrong time.
I what do you mean the wrong time? Were you like, what time would it be or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
version?
Yeah.
I
you
never
told me
like.
the
I
wrong
said it
time.
was light. I didn't know. I was right there with you.
Oh
I was
my
like, I
God,
don't know.
oh
It,
my
it would probably be
God.
like whatever I said. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
also
okay.
I was late because I was taking a nap. Smile.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
And then you were late.
I was late because I was just having a nice little dream.
Did you dream of anything good? Is it dream worthy, dream log worthy?
I don't think anyone's ever posted in there is really dreamlog worthy, TBH, but I don't know.
Well, controversial opinion. Okay.
I do like the idea, but I personally just haven't been interested in what people have had to say there. But I mean, it's a good channel. But your dreams are interesting, yeah. But it's not like a dream log. It's like a male wife heavy tweet. It's like. It's like I went on like a nice walk on the beach and then like my dog got impaled and then I ate him, you know? That's like a male wife heavy tweet. That's not a dream. You dreamed something like that.
I don't really.
That's awesome. I mean, maybe, you know, I would have to know the full dream, but I mean, it is a good channel, but not. I read the channel, I do. Yeah, quite right, really, quite right.
Ow. I haven't had a dream in ages, you know. I'm kind of bummed out about that.
Were you jumping on Goomba? ... No, I have had it for a little bit.
Oh my god.
No, it's just I was thinking about Voosh in the truck, and it's like, oh yeah, that image.
What do you think about me in a truck a bunch?
Not a bunch, when you were just talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it is okay.
So you guys gonna vote for in the next channel month then? You guys got any ideas?
Probably Anna.
Have you received any craft hats yet? Alright, okay, I'm in a good position then. I'm gonna send you one craft hat. Can I keep stacking on? Like, can I keep sending more craft hats, or is it just the one trade that counts? Okay, cool. I don't really know what anybody's doing for the next month.
He's not even in the server.
Alias left the channel. Oh shit, yeah, we should have spoke about that.
Alias quit?
Yeah,
Alias
it
left
was
the
awesome.
channel.
He left during a Jackbox, or not during, after.
Yeah, he left after
Everyone called him a
Jackbox.
retard, and he was like, fuck, I gotta leave now.
I think his alt's still in the chat, or his main account, or alt, whatever.
Well,
He's got
like,
another accounts in the channel.
Didn't he get locked out of that account or whatever? That's why the new one joined?
I don't
He
know the
quit?
story
Dude,
of
I
it.
loved Alias. What the fuck? Why'd you guys bully him? What? Ah.
I mean, he wasn't bullied, really.
What?
I don't really want to talk about Alias. He's gone now.
Sad.
Ironic, I know, because I spoke about Cross so much, but...
That's really
yeah, by the way,
sad.
Cross, if you're watching this, please join my podcast. Please just send me a message, DM me. Wink, wink. Hey, I'm trying my best, alright? Cool sign.
Yeah, that's me and my girlfriend.
You look very
can
lovely
tell.
together. Smart.
Thank you.
I think we've
Is
gone
that
down
a
over
wrap?
everything.
Is
I think
it
it
a wrap?
is. Well,
Alright.
I think we've gone down for everything through the list, so we just have to do our final pose. Where do we do it?
I would do it up
maybe
here.
We should
Let
do
me
it.
make a smiley face.
Hell yeah.
Yay, smile.
That's awesome. Right, who's gonna count us down?
I'll count it.
Alright.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Awesome.
So heckin' win.